And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Okay, so the last live stream I did apart from the triple stabbing yesterday was of course this petition crossing 1 million signatures. That happened yesterday afternoon at around 4 o'clock. We're now sitting at 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, we're fast approaching 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's already doubled to 2 million people, guys. 2 million signatures now on this call for a general election. This is unprecedented, and something could actually come of it. As we were stating yesterday, not necessarily something was actually going to happen. We didn't know what could happen and what would come of this, and most of us obviously felt that, it would probably just be rubbish like most things. However, if you're actually starting to look at how quick this is compounding, it's literally doubled. 2 million, 4 o'clock yesterday, 11 o'clock this morning, it's literally doubled, which is crazy numbers. And if you get this to 10 million, then, well, what does that say? What does that genuinely say? And could that actually force there to show that there is no confidence in this Labour government, and there's no confidence in Keir Starmer, because only 10 million, just late 9 million, voted for Labour during the last general election. If this does get to 10 million, then my goodness me, it could seriously go somewhere. But having said that, I always have to keep my reservations behind of it, obviously, because, well, that Brexit one, the reversing Brexit one, got about 6 million in 6 months. And nothing actually came of that at all, to be fair. So we'll have to wait and see what actually happens, guys. But I haven't actually looked at the map yet since yesterday. For those of you that were with us yesterday, you would have seen it. But I'm just going to go on to my screen share momentarily. Jump on over to there and we'll check the big 2 million. Just give me a moment as we go down over there. Let's screen share quickly. Cool, I'll just put my camera in place. Just give me a moment. There we go, and I think we're set up. Cool, so let's head over to the call for the general election. As you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, that has now hit 2,005,036 signatures, which is super crazy. If we show it on the map then, again, I haven't actually looked at this since it crossed 1 million yesterday, but everywhere is getting a lot darker. Everywhere is getting a lot darker throughout the United Kingdom, which is absolutely excellent to see. As we were stating yesterday, with the actual sort of weaker areas, it still shows the same, look, but Sinn Féin areas, strongholds, as you can see, it's starting to turn into a bit of a yellow, and you're starting to get a lot more people actually signing. And yesterday we also spoke about Scotland being very bright. Still the case, even though we've gone up by another million. Still fairly bright in terms of where it is. As I said, the major cities are always a standout point. Glasgow North being a big one, Edinburgh being a big one. But if you're coming down it, look at all of these dark spots. Look at Kent, 4,642 in terms of those constituents, 5,608 with Brentwood. The big one yesterday was Clacton, 5,299. 5% of the people there have actually signed this petition. But as we stated in yesterday's live stream after it hit 1 million signatures, the weaker areas, of course, the places or the constituents with less votes less signatures are, of course, the major cities. If you say London there, East Ham, I think it was yesterday, that was really bad in terms, I think it was the worst constituent in the UK for votes, but Walthamstow might just have changed that. I think East Ham has actually gone a bit better than it was yesterday, meaning, let's have a little look. I just had East Ham for a second, didn't we? God knows. Either way, Walthamstow looks very bright with 815, which is quite low for the constituents. But if you can, that trend still continues as it did when it reached 1 million yesterday. As you can see, Birmingham area still a little bit brighter. And Manchester, I felt, was one of the worst cities actually yesterday, and that's still kind of the same, but it's done a lot better. I think it was at like 700 or so yesterday, so not too bad to see 2,629 signatures. Oh no, sorry, 790. Yeah, really poor in in terms of Manchester, Rushelholme. But then you've also got sort of Bradford, Leeds, and as we stated yesterday, those areas go without saying in terms of why they're like that. But as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, a lot darker today as we went up by another 1 million signatures, and it's really going to be interesting just to see how far this actually may go, because 2 million is a lot of human beings. There's a lot of people within the United Kingdom, and that goes without, you know, the lot of the older people that people have rightfully pointed out, not really necessarily tech savvy, people that don't really go on these sort of websites, don't have social media, don't see these petitions. So it's not necessarily speaking for every single person either. So these numbers are still fairly low considering. But of course, look, this let me show you something here, guys. This is the first, 2 days? And look how quick it's going up already there. 2,008,070 signatures, mental. But of course, look at the deadline there. 20th of May, 2025. This has got to go for another 6 months. It's been live for 5 days, 4 days? I felt like it was 2 days, but it certainly started to grow traction about 2 days ago. So the 20th of May 2025 is the date for it, but yeah, certainly something to be wary of. Let me just go back to my
just a quick one to
thing.
say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description.
Oop, frozen again. There we go, back again. So yeah, so genuinely it's starting to look certainly a little bit better, and as I said, 2 million signatures at the time of recording, which is crazy. It just feels like it's going to be going up even more and more and more, which is equally as crazy. But let's take some comments, guys, as let's see what everybody's saying as it hits 2 million. I'm near the top of Scotland and I've signed it, says Vicky. Good to see. We need 10 million, 1 million more than Labour voters. Again, I do think 10 million does feel like an area where it needs to go to really force something. Again, necessarily you can hold your reservations with regards to it. Is it necessarily going to do anything? Probably not. That's something you've always got to keep in mind. But I do feel if it gets to a point where more voters, or there's more signatures than voters on this actual petition, then something may come of it. You never know. 10 million just feels like that sort of ballpark figure. So do what we've done over the last 24, 48 hours, 36 hours, I would even go to say, and then we'll see what happens in then. It's got 6 months to run. If it gets 10 million signatures, then my goodness me, it could be huge. But just to reiterate the fact, there was a sort of anti-Brexit one that went sort of not viral, or viral you could say, to reverse Brexit back when that happened. It got like 6 million signatures. So, and nothing came of that. So, you know, we're not like necessarily back into the EU. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything, as always, but it does feel like a landmark if we do get it to more signatures than, of course, that voted for Labour. It just feels like that could be something. And who knows? Something may come of it. We'll have to wait and see. But as stated, 2 million. Unbelievable effort. Unbelievable to everyone who actually has signed this. But yeah, it looks like it's showing no signs of slowing down just yet, and we'll keep monitoring it as time goes on. But 2 million, bearing in mind 4 p.m. yesterday we did the live stream when it hit 1 million, and it's already 11 o'clock, pretty much bang on in the morning, and it's 2 million and growing, which is super crazy. This will hit 10 million, says Arthur Shelby. Michael Bath to the King won't sign. He's a founder member of WF. It's a call to another election, says Sir Charles Hindle Jones. A referendum is different to an election, says Jamie Zero. Exactly. It's not to sack Starmer, it's to get rid of Labour. No, exactly. But I just say to sack Starmer. You know, Labour, get rid of Labour in general. But yeah, call to a general election for sure. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, thanks for everyone that signed, I suppose. 2 million of you guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back to update you later with anything that goes on in the country. Take care, look after yourselves, and have a good